All right. So the big news yesterday or the relevant news, more significant than the vaping, allegedly. Mike White will be the backup to Tua Tagovailoa. Skylar Thompson will be number 3. Get back to me if and when Tua is injured and misses games, and we'll see who they decide to make the quarterback, if it's a multi-week thing. But so far, Mike White over Skylar Thompson. In New England, not quite the same depth when it comes to the backup quarterback position behind Mac Jones. Bill Belichick said yesterday he doesn't know if Matt Corral, who they plucked off waivers and put on the active roster from the Panthers, will be the number 2 quarterback. Yet, the options otherwise are Bailey Zappi or Malik Cunningham. Isn't it weird? I mean, how far has Bailey Zappi's star fallen that he's kicked off the roster, he's on the practice squad, and they get a guy who gets thrown out the door by the Panthers, and he may be better in the eyes of the coaching staff than Bailey Zappi, even though he just showed up, Chris?
That to me is the shocker of it, Mike. It is. I mean, the New England Patriots, who, usually have things very set in order and are pretty good with their quarterback plans and really the planning of their team, that Bailey Zappi, the guy who played last year, the fan base kind of liked and wanted and rallied around him, he is – we said, and you heard me say, he didn't play good in the preseason by any stretch of the imagination, really in any category. But when it's this type of move, that makes me think like practice was like, oh, wow, that was pretty crap. He must have been crappy there too. Because like you said, a guy that's never even been a part of the offense is going to come in here in 6-7 days and be the backup for the New England Patriots over a guy that was starting on their football team for a few weeks last year. That's where it's crazy. It really is. And Corral has talent. We know that. I know Belichick tried to say he was a guy that they see a future in, or there's some talent there or whatever else. Yes. Okay, cool. But that still doesn't change the fact that he's off the street going to be your backup over a guy that's been there for a long time. That's crazy.
And Belichick also said that Mac Jones made a lot of improvements during the offseason and training camp. So to the extent that anyone thought it might have been close, and Belichick, even early in camp, wouldn't come out and make the clear declaration that it's Mac Jones' job the way he would have done any of the years of Tom Brady. He left it kind of open. Well, Jones is up and Zappi is down. I'm just surprised he's even on the team at all. That's what's weird to me. He fell that far, but they still want him on the practice squad. That is just bizarre, but they see that maybe there's something there they can coax out of him if he can turn it around. All right, let's take a break. We'll talk about another team in the AFC East we return that has much confidence in the abilities of its defense. We'll do that next here on PFT Live.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.